Contestant number 9. Sherwood Jones, ignore the suit. Ignore the suit. Sherwood Jones.
Low-calorie fast food breakfast. Small coffee, 2 creams, 1 sweet and low. And I had my usual $1.30 in my hand, ready to present to the cashier, when suddenly he suspiciously looked up and said, 75 cents. Puzzled, I later examined the receipt, only to discover that I had been lovingly awarded the senior discount. Mr. Contest Chair! Fellow Toastmasters and fellow unwilling recipients of the senior discount. Age is the newest 4-letter word. Oh, we know what ours is, but we don't want to say it, we don't want to write it, we don't want to remember it. The way I see it, we have 2 options. Option 1, denial. Me? Getting older? Oh, no, 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 no. Look, I am not ready for bingo and shuffleboard and Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune and Florida and cruises and Cracker Barrel. Option 2, acceptance. Oh, it's so much fun being old and incontinent. Oh, and we got all them fun activities too. Bingo, Florida, Cracker Barrel. Me? Well, I am somewhat okay with my AGE. However, there is this guy who, every time I see him, he says something wonderfully tactless like, oh, looking a little older since the last time we saw you, huh? Oh, nice sunglasses. They hide your crow's feet. Ah, you used to be so handsome. This idiot, this master of tact, is my worst enemy, and his name is Mirror. Oh, don't get me wrong. He used to be one of my best friends back when I was a strapping young stud. But as soon as I started to get older, he began to lie. Complete dishonesty. I would send him one image and he would send me back a completely different one. I mean, that's not me. Well, if it isn't, then what is me? Are we just some organized collection of slowly decaying flesh and bone? One day, I realized the obvious. No. We are a personality, a soul, a spirit, a spark that just happens to be wearing a meat suit. And there's only so much you can do with a suit. You can iron out the wrinkles, take in the waist a little bit, slather on CoverGirl, Maybelline, Revlon, Rogaine, but it's still a suit. Do you think that anybody cared when Albert Einstein's hair started to turn white? Did physicists stop listening to Stephen Hawking when his entire body revolted against him? If your spark shines brightly enough, people will not care what it is wearing. The evidence is all around us. Betty White, Pope Francis, the Dalai Lama, Mick Jagger, Paul McCartney, Willie Nelson, Bernie Sanders, and Colonel Sanders. Face it, baby, gray is the new black. But it's not the gray on our heads that makes us distinguished. It is what is underneath it. Years of accumulated knowledge and wisdom that can only happen and accrue over time with age. Now, I realize that some people in this audience probably subscribe to camp denial or camp acceptance, but if I may, I would like to propose a third option. Ignore the suit. Oh, sure. Keep it clean. Keep it healthy. Keep it exercised. Keep the deodorant current. But don't kid yourself. It's just a suit. The colors will fade. It will go out of style. It will require patching. It will get old. So ignore it. Instead, concentrate on the person who is wearing your suit. Respect them. Keep them educated. Keep them happy. Keep them thinking. Keep them loved. Remind yourself that you can do anything you want to because age is no longer an excuse. The weakness of the body outside has nothing to do with the strength of the spark inside. Age is an illusion. Every single person in this audience, old or young, has at one time or another looked right into that devil mirror and been absolutely terrified by something, some pimple, some mole, some stray gray hair, some extra 10 pounds, some imperfection that, if only for a moment, completely decimated our self-esteem. However, I say, why obsess over the shell of the oyster when the pearl is on the inside? See the person. Ignore the suit. Mr. Contest Chair.
Madam Timers, 1 minute for the judges to mark their ballots, please.